everybody. It's been a while. As you can see from the intro here, we got ourselves a new tent. Pomoly Dome X6 hot tent, 4-season tent with the Pomoly Baker hot stove / oven. So we're going to use that tonight. Looking forward to using this tent. I am here at Mohican State Park, the state campgrounds, and took me probably took me about a half hour to set up the tent, get the hot stove in here, and then I processed firewood, brought in all of my stuff, set up my cot, set up my little table, and we'll run through everything I've got in here. But this is a pretty big tent. There's a lot of room in here, I could easily fit 2 more cots in here. Move stuff around a little bit, but easily fit 2 more cots in here with no problem. 3 if you want to get cozy. 1 person would be kind of close to the stove, so whoever's usually cold at night is going to need that one. Anyways, here for 2 nights. Tonight we're going to heat up some lasagna in the oven. It was a lasagna that my wife made for Christmas. It's very good. So we're going to heat that up tonight, and we'll get the hot stove going here in a minute. As you can see, it's kind of warm and musty in here. My glasses are fogging up as usual when I'm on my hikes. But yeah, we're gonna get the stove going here today. I wanted to kind of go for a hike, but it's about 3:30 now. They've got the Hemlock Trail open that goes all the way down to the covered bridge and back. If I was going to have more time, I was going to take it up and around by sites 8, 9, and 10, which are still closed. However, sites 1 through 7 are open on the backpack trail, in case anybody didn't know that. If the weather holds out tomorrow, we're going to do that. We're going to do the big hike. If it doesn't hold out, then we'll just do the Hemlock Trail and back. I did bring my rain gear, so we'll go from there. But I'm going to get this stove going. It is getting a little chilly now. Actually, the watch says there's light rain, but whatever. I'm in the tent, so it should be good. But hey, thanks for joining me. Something new besides my hammock or my Z-Packs duplex. This is a really cool tent. It's huge. It's very big. We'll get into the details a little bit later, but I bought a couple of fans to keep the hot air flowing, and like I said, I brought a couple tables, cast iron skillet for breakfast. We're gonna do eggs and bacon, a little egg bacon on English muffin sandwich in the morning, and then we're gonna use some more of that bacon for tomorrow night's dinner and mix it with some Brussels sprouts in the cast iron skillet and go from there. So lots of good food, lots of cool new pieces of gear that we'll go through and go from there. So stick around and join with me. This is gonna be a great adventure. Thanks a lot. So, new piece of gear I've got. I purchased this tinder bag, all leather tinder bag from Texas Bushcraft. It's a great little tinder bag. Comes with a ferrule rod, a striker, some of that survival paracord. It's got some whatever in it. And then I've also got in this, I bought some of those fire starters, real easy. And I do have some Bigfoot Bushcraft. These are those fire starters, the pink sticks that you see Sam Bananas use and others. These work great, actually, but I'm not going to use these today. Maybe I'll use those tomorrow morning, but I'm going to use these guys. These things work really good. I've used them in the past, so let's give this guy a shot. Having some good luck here. Hey, all right. All right, so we got the fire going in the stove. The fan I've got up here, right there on top, is one for a hot stove or a wood burner in your house. Basically, it doesn't run on electricity; it runs on heat of the stove itself. So when you sit it on top of the stove, and the heat generates electricity through the fan and makes the blades turn. So I thought I'd buy one of those so that the heat didn't just go up through the flue, nor just up into the top of the tent. I can get some of that heat to come back and blow towards me here as I'm sleeping. In addition to that, I also have a fan up here. It's just a battery operated, charges on a USB-C, and I've got that angled down so that heat will then blow down on me as well through the evening. The one on top also has a light on it that I can light up the inside of the tent. So kind of a not really anything I saw on any videos or anything like that. Just happened to come across this stovetop fan on Amazon, and thought, hey, what the hell? It wasn't that expensive. It was like 35 or 38 bucks. I can put a link down in the description for you, so you know which one, what those two fans are that I purchased. Actually, the fan hanging up I did purchase for my daughter and her husband for their tent camping, so that when they tent camp in the summertime, they can get some air circulation, and hopefully it cools down the tent for them. Where me, just the opposite. I want it to circulate the heat with the hot stove here. So, hey everyone. So it's about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna make myself some tea. It's a little chilly outside, and kind of want a little caffeine to stay up, enjoy the stove a bit. This is not brand new. I actually had this when Joe and I did a stealth camp at, we did a stealth camp at Atwood, actually, and I had this. Worked out well. It's kettle, about 750 mils, maybe a full liter. I'm only gonna put a cup in here for put enough in there for some tea and get some water going. I'll put a little extra in just for good measure. Stove's working well. Can't complain about it at all. It's keeping it at about 60 degrees in here. Currently, I think it's about 49 outside. Pretty still, pretty quiet here. When I booked this site on Ohio's DNR site, it showed that this section was pretty open, but like over there by the river was all booked, and all the way down here was booked, where like the showers and the bathrooms are. I don't see anybody here. It is what it is. If they show up, they show up. If they don't, they don't. You know, it's all fine. But yeah, just gonna sit here and relax, enjoy a little bit of tea. Just keeping it pretty bright in here, sorta, kinda. I brought my iPad with me, so I haven't seen the new Indiana Jones movie on Disney Plus, so I'm gonna watch that tonight. I downloaded a few other things. I did bring my whittling with me. I started some wood carving sometime back, maybe last spring, early in the spring sometime when I was camping at Atwood, and made a few things, mostly for my nieces, Emma and Allie. You guys have heard of Emma before on my channel. She was supposed to hike with us, go backpacking actually in Raccoon Creek, and she had COVID, so she wasn't able to do it with us, but we want to get her out this year. But this fan, changing subjects, this fan is working great, blowing warm air, hot air actually that way. Another fan up there blowing more and just circulating around the tent. Like I said, it's staying about 60 degrees in here. I'll throw the, what you call it, this, I think it's probably gonna show up over here or over here. Probably over here since it's probably a little better, so yeah. Well, it's getting a little chilly in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door. The other two doors are shut. I have the 3 vents open to make sure I get some fresh air, but I'm gonna leave this one kind of on the top and kind of leave it open so I can get some fresh air from this point too. My boots are outside, but it's supposed to rain tonight, so I'm gonna bring them in. Actually have a small piece of OSB in here. So I'm gonna set those there so that middle of the night, I mean, it's hell to get old, so you know, 55 years old, in the middle of the night I'm gonna have to get up and pee, so I have my boots there sitting there so I can go outside and take care of business. Interesting how these are, and I'll do a better job at showing this somehow in this video, but they have some pretty unique fasteners to keep the doors tucked back. It's a line lock and a just a loop, I guess, is really what it is. So yeah, works pretty good. Water's boiling. Yep, water's boiling, so we're gonna make our tea. Pretty hot. There we go. We're gonna set that. Actually, I set it on my new, cheers, I can set it on my new table here. It is from Mountain something or other. I'll find that out and let you guys know exactly what it is. Put a link in the bottom. It's a nice little table, pretty easy to put together, pretty quick. I've seen it on some other YouTube channels and what have you. Most of those guys and girls get them for free. I pay for them. My channel's not as big, so, but that's okay. You know, one of these days we'll get there. But I'm gonna sit here and enjoy it. As soon as I shut that door, it got hot in here. So I'm going to get my lantern lit, get it somewhere where it's gonna brighten it up in here. And I'm gonna sit back, relax, and kind of enjoy a movie on my iPad, and I'll be back later. Whew, yeah, it's getting hot in here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make my dinner. Like I said, I brought some lasagna. My wife made lasagna for Christmas. I have a little bit of parchment paper. I did buy some small toaster oven. Now that's a cookie sheet, and I have a muffin pan, and I have just a regular pan. So I'm gonna put some parchment paper on there. Lasagna. Looks pretty good, eh? I'm gonna put that on the parchment paper. And I'll do that dish tomorrow. Right now I'm just gonna put it there. I did bring a knife and a fork from home. So I'm gonna cut this up a little bit on this parchment paper. Actually, let's do this. Hopefully you guys can see that. Spread that around a little bit so it heats up in the oven nicely. Okay, that looks pretty good, huh? That's pretty good. I think what I'm going to do now is we are going to, there it is, put this in the oven. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. We got that in there. And with opening the oven and taking it, putting that in there, the oven is still at 350 degrees, which is kind of nice. So, all right, so fire's going still. Lasagna's looking really good. We're at about 350. We're gonna pull that out of here. holding it with my hand. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that heated up nice. Yeah, I'm gonna set this up here. And I'm gonna close this back up. And we're gonna shut this down a bit. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, dinner looks good, doesn't it? Yes, sir. All right, well, I'm gonna enjoy that, and I'll be back to you when I'm done eating. All right, well, dinner's done. It was very good. The oven was great, and it got crispy on top. I mean, as you can see, the firebox is on top, and the oven is on the bottom. I don't know if you can see it with my cooler there, but the oven's on the bottom. So it makes sense that it's gonna get crispy on top. So for dessert, I went out and bought some, I don't know if you can see those, apple turnovers. Not sure if you can see them, but I'm supposed to bake them at 475, which it's at about 500 right now, for about 20 to 25 minutes or until golden brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tent them with some aluminum foil so that they don't burn on top, because I think that's what's going to happen. So let's pull a couple of these guys out. All right, did the best I could with those. I should have done this before. Anyways, they turned out pretty good. They're truly just like a dough, so they're not cooked at all. I thought they were going to be a little cooked. So what I'm going to do is take this aluminum foil. I'm actually going to tuck it on the back. This is kind of difficult one-handed. And I'm going to try and tent it up in the middle here, and then tuck it here, and then slide it into the oven. So we'll see how well that works, and we'll go from there. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we're going to tent it like that, and we're just going to slide it into the oven here. Try and do this all one-handed again. That. Slide that in. Ouch, that's hot. There we go. I'll shut this guy. There we go. We should be good. We're gonna let that cook about 20 minutes, and I will be back. All right, well, it has actually been about 45 minutes. I covered it with that aluminum foil, and just so the center would get done, and I didn't want the top to burn, and so I just now checked, and I wanted to show you guys what we're looking at now. This is not easy one-handed. Pretty good, huh? A little bit charred. There we go. Looks pretty awesome. Let's put this up here. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be good. All right. Well, I'm going to get this put back together. I am going to stoke up the fire a bit and enjoy these apple turnovers. They're damn good. Let's see how these taste. Hopefully they're done. Oh yeah. Oh, they're good. Very, very good. They look like some sort of a freaky haunted tent here. So I'm gonna turn the camera off. I'm gonna enjoy these. I'm gonna get that. Actually, the fire's doing good right now, so I'm okay there. Enjoy the rest of my tea. Enjoy these. Turn my movie back on, and I'll be back in a little bit. So it's about 10 to 8 at night. If anybody's been as a backpacker, obviously it's hiker midnight. So I am going to relax. I've got my chores done. The stove is going nicely. It's nice and warm in here. I'm gonna climb into bed here and finish watching a movie. Chill out. If anything happens throughout the night, I'll let you know. And we'll go from there. And so I will see you in the morning. Have a good night.
Hey, good morning, everyone. It's about 8 o'clock. Slept actually really good on this cot. We'll go through my new gear in a little bit, a little bit later today. But had a good night's sleep. Fire stayed going. I stoked it up pretty good, and it got really hot in here. But it kept going till probably I got up about 2, had to pee, and then get the fire going again. My feet got really cold. Nothing else really did, but my feet got cold. So I got the fire going again, and it got comfortable in here. And just now woke up, like I said, about 8 o'clock in the morning. So slept well. Looking forward to the day. I don't think it's supposed to get have rain today. But I'll check the weather, and if not, we'll definitely do that hike. Let's shoot for the longer hike, but we'll see. So I'm gonna get motivated here, get up, get the fire going again, head out to the bathroom, and then come back and get some coffee and some breakfast going. So thanks for hanging out this long, and hopefully we have a great day of adventure. Take care.
Good morning, everyone. So got up, got the fire going up, pulled the fan off of the stove, make some room for my kettle and my pan. So we're going to start with some coffee here. Again, my kettle from last night that I used for my tea worked absolutely great. I've used it before over a fire, and the fire's not quite where it needs to be. But we're gonna get it started anyways. A couple of new items I did, or one new item I did purchase. Silicone pour over. You essentially open it up, set it on your cup, but you can't see it. And I did bring some filters and some coffee. So this one takes the small filters, not the bigger ones. I'm actually looking forward to a good cup of coffee rather than the instant ones I usually use on backpacking trips. So Coffee. Good coffee. Fire's starting to come up now. Set that aside. We're gonna get coffee on, get it made, and then we'll start breakfast. We'll start the bacon and eggs and all the other good stuff. So, yep, we'll see you in a bit. All right, water's boiling for sure. So let's get this coffee going. All right, let me get this bacon going. All right, let's get the bacon on. All right, bacon's about done. Time to throw a couple eggs in there. Pepper. These are going to be quick over hard eggs. I'm going to make an English muffin sandwich. pretty darn good. Similar to what I make when we're camping in the camper. Spot on. Well, I'm enjoying my breakfast. I won't be eating all this bacon. I'm gonna save some of it for lunch. Probably have a bacon sandwich. And then I have about half a pack of bacon left. And I'm gonna use it with my Brussels sprouts for dinner tonight. So, should be a good meal. I've taken the cast iron pan off of the stove and I set it on a couple of pieces of wood. I'm gonna let it cool down a bit. Probably remove most of the grease out of there. Once it cools down a bit, yeah, I'll take a stick and slap it out of there. Just be easier to handle with that. Scrape up some of the bacon off of there and you know, clean it up a bit, but I do want to save some of the bacon grease in there for the Brussels sprouts. So next up, after I eat dinner or breakfast, probably straighten up around here, maybe give you guys a little bit of tour of the place, and then we'll hit a hike. I think I found the entrance, the trailhead to the Hemlock Trail right here in the campground. So it's 2 miles out and 2 miles back. So I may just do the 2 and 2. I haven't been hiking as much as I should be. So I just want to ease into this, but we'll see. I'll take my pack with me and we'll see where I am at that end of the 2 miles, and I want to head up and around, go from there. So, well, I took a nap this afternoon and woke up and it was dark out. So I gotta get a lantern going and dinner on and get to cooking here. This around. So yeah, I was gonna take that hike today and it kept raining off and on, and not just sprinkles, which I would have been okay with, but it was pretty heavy downpour. So kind of hung out in my tent all day, watched a couple movies after making breakfast, relaxed. It was actually very nice, just relaxing. Did miss my wife and kids, but it was nice to relax, just hanging out in the tent, listening to the rain. So much so that it put me to sleep. So I fell asleep on the cot, relaxed for a lot of the afternoon, which worries me because I'll be up until God all no hours of the evening. So right now it is 5:45. I put some more wood in on the fire. You guys can kind of see it. There it is. My knee, put some more wood in on the fire. I got my skillet cleaned out. I'm gonna make, I guess, hot beef sandwiches. I found a bunch of sliced beef or steak or whatever you want to call it at a Costco, and it was a bunch. You know, you go to a warehouse like that. So there was a lot of it. So I vacuum sealed a bunch of it up, brought a pack of it with me here for tonight. I have a couple of ciabatta buns there, still have some bacon left over. I got some mayonnaise to put on it. I have a green pepper to slice up for you tonight, and I'm gonna fry that up and a little bit of bacon grease that I got left, and make a dinner. I do have those Brussels sprouts still to make, so let me gather all that stuff up, all those ingredients, get it all set and ready, and I will be right back. All right, so we're back. So my cutting board is buried in one of my bins back there, so I found a semi-flat piece of wood. So that's gonna be my cutting board for now. 1 green pepper, which I will only use maybe a quarter of that. And then here's the sliced beef that I found at Costco. There's more in there than I need. And of course a beer. Start out light, and then I got a heavier thing that my son got me for Christmas this year. I'll pull that out a little bit later. And I'm going to be using a new piece of gear that I purchased and saw this on Kent Survival's site. He was actually giving these away and knew that my chance in 1 in 50 or 60 some odd thousand people that he has as a subscriber was next to nil. It was actually a fairly inexpensive bushcraft knife, and it's made by BPS Knives. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Try and get it out under the light here. It's made by BPS Knives. It comes with a small ferrule rod on it here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And it is a crazy sharp knife. So yeah, so we're going to use that to cut our pepper with tonight, and anything else we need to cut. So slice this guy up. Pop the seeds out. A couple slices. I don't need many. And a bigger piece of wood. Or maybe just get it right on the friggin' table, huh? There. That was good. Yeah, it's a good knife. I really enjoy it. Sharp as shit. Nice ferrule rod on it. I'm gonna throw these right into the skillet here, which I don't think you guys can see yet. We're gonna throw these slices here. Let those fry up in a little bit of bacon grease. And then I'm gonna put the meat in here in a second. So I'll be right back. There, that's better. Bring you guys over to the where we're frying these things up. Like I said, I only need a few peppers. Don't need anything major. Turn my chair around. And let's open this up. A nice thin slices of beef here. I don't even remember how many I put in each pack. I do have some butter too. Forgot about that. Pepper. Starting to really smell good in here. Got a little bit of ciabatta bread here to put it in. This is my pocket knife I carry every day, my ZT knife, the 0990 carbon one. That's my everyday carry. Yeah, that looks nice. Once these are done, I'm going to lay these in here, soak up a little bit, whatever grease is in there. Doing any Master Chef kind of thing here. Just basing this on actually what my dad used to make when I was a kid. He'd just get roast beef out of the deli and put it into actually his cast iron skillet, which was probably about this much bigger, and then put butter in it and fry up roast beef and some vegetables and put it on a big hoagie bun and mayonnaise and tear it up. And I continued that with my family. Enjoyed making it whenever for them as well, and everybody always loved it. So, like I said, not doing any Master Chef stuff here, just something easy and quick. Especially since I probably slept a couple hours this afternoon. Laid my head down, laid on the cot. So never did get an opportunity to take you guys around the tent here. I'll do that before I leave, or maybe as I'm packing up tomorrow. I have plenty of wood for the evening. Shouldn't be any big deal. It is supposed to get down to like 30 degrees tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, even if it goes down to 30, I should have plenty of firewood here for the stove. If I dampen it down, I take this damper and dampen it down, and I've got the front dampened down as well, I can get about an hour out of a load of firewood, maybe 2. It's not too bad, actually. I just need to get harder wood, I think, although this is fairly hard firewood. So, yeah, working out great. I'm going to stack these up over here, mix them around a little bit while they're still cooked. Ciabatta bread, that she has. Yeah, this smells fucking good in here. Alright, took the beef out, took the veggies out. Let's check the bread. That one's looking pretty good. That one's getting there. Let's turn him around. Alright, I think we're good. Put a little bit of Miracle Whip, mayonnaise, whatever you guys call it. Some people call it mayonnaise. It's always what I called it, was mayonnaise. Alright. Slice on there. Another slice. Throw some Peppers in the middle of it. Another slice. And the last slice. I'll drop this on top. I'm going to take that whole sandwich, put it right there. Ooh, buddy. Pull him off of there. Him back where he was from breakfast. We're going to turn this damper down a little bit. There we go. All right. Doing good. Ooh, that's hot. Woo. Very hot. There's dinner. Looks pretty damn good. It's a great dinner. All right. I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll be back. I got cookies for tonight, so I'll be back to cook those for you. All right, everyone. As promised, I'm going to make some cookies. We're going to make chocolate chip cookies tonight, and Toll House, actually, chocolate chip cookies. Put them in the oven and bake them up. It's going to really smell good in here. Just give me a second, get everything together. And voila. Nestle Toll House cookies, chocolate chip. This is the easiest way I thought to do it. So, yeah, just bought some chocolate chip cookies from the store. Spread them out on there. 6 cookies should be more than enough for my dessert tonight. And we're going to throw them in the oven. It says 11 to 12 minutes. So we should be good to go. And show them to you when they're done. Well, cookies are done. They look really good here, as you can see. They're looking really good. A little soft, but a little crunchy on top. The only thing I don't like about this Pomoly oven is because the firebox is on top, the top of everything gets burnt. It's almost like they need a removable and adjustable heat deflector above it so that they don't burn. Like the bottom of these are probably, yeah. That's why I can't even get these off of here, because the bottoms are raw. The top are done, but the bottom is raw, which I'm okay with raw cookie dough, but it's a little tough to cook on these, cook on that oven, just because everything gets heated from the top down. You know, most ovens heat from the bottom up, and it's an oven that has a heat deflector in the element or the flame if it's a gas oven. So just a suggestion, if Pomoly ever watches this video, it is heating from the top, and we just need a heat deflector or something to help move that heat around, so things don't get done on the top and not on the bottom. So anyways, they smell awesome. I'm going to eat every freaking one of these, and enjoy the evening. So I'll be back.
Well, everyone have a good night. Sitting here just watching the fire. It's about 11:15 at night. Just put a fresh log on it. Should last me at least another 3 hours, possibly. Dinner was good. Dessert was good. Just sat here and watched some shows and hung out. So I will see everybody in the morning. Have a good night.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's probably about 8:15 right now, and woke up probably about an hour ago, and used the bathroom and brushed my teeth, get kind of fresh, beginning the tear down process, and slept really good last night. It got down definitely in the low 30s. I know when I got in my truck to drive to the bathroom, it was 34 in my truck at about 8 o'clock. So it's yeah, it got pretty chilly. I got up twice last night and filled the stove up with wood. What woke me up is it got chilly. I've got a sleeping bag here. It's an old sleeping bag that my wife and I bought, 2 of them years ago when we were tent camping, and we call them the sweat bags because they are pretty warm. So it was when my face got cold, being outside of the sleeping bags when I woke up. Just got out of the bag and filled up the stove with wood and got toasty warm no time. Warms up pretty quick in here. So a full load would last about 2 hours, which I didn't think was too bad. So about every couple hours, I finally went to bed last night about 11:15, 11:30. And, you know, so I got up at like 1 something and then like 4 something. And, you know, it worked out well. When I got up this morning, it wasn't hot. It was cold in here. But it wasn't like, holy crap, it's cold. It's like 30 degrees outside. So I haven't put any wood in the fire at all or in the stove. I needed to cool down because I'm starting my tear down process. Just wanted to thank everybody for watching this video. Hopefully you watched it all the way through and got something out of this. Apologize I couldn't get on a hike yesterday, but I wasn't going to go out in the rain and when I don't have to. We'll do this again sometime. Hopefully Joe and Nikki or anybody else can join me. We'll hang out and go on a hike and set up the hot tent and do some hot tenting together. So yeah, appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Give me a comment. That always helps with that YouTube algorithm. And again, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And all right, hey, I have been promising you guys a little tour of just some of the new gear. I don't have a lot of new gear, but for this hot tent, I did purchase some new gear. The first one is a table from Mission Mountain. Again, I'll put the description down below for you guys, or I'll put the link down below in the description. It's one of those collapsible tables that it is aluminum and it works very well. Here, I'll give you a spot at it. So yeah, it works very well. It's an aluminum frame or aluminum top, aluminum frame. It's just one of those tables that just sticks together and it compacts down into a small bag. Works very well. I noticed I could put some hot stuff on it. So like the cookies last night, I was able to put on there. I did have a towel in between, but you know, I wouldn't put anything extremely hot. My teapot would go on there, things like that. But it worked out very well. I liked it. Again, if Mission Mountain's watching, feel free to send me some other stuff. I purchased this one on my own. The other item I bought was a nature hike cot. I chose this cot. Number one, I saw somebody else using it in a hot tent and been looking for a cot. But number two, on the bottom, it has extenders for the legs. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. But you can see it's got these extenders on the legs that just pop off. Pretty simple. They just pop off and clip back on. Just like that. Or you can have it sitting. I think this one makes it go like 8 inches off the ground and the other one is like 4 or something like that. But it works out well. It's pretty sturdy. I highly recommend that if you use a cot, either it's because I'm old or whatever, I used my Thermarest Z-Lite pad on it just to help with another layer of insulation so that I didn't get cold coming up from underneath. And then I was in my sleeping bag as well. But I would recommend a blow-up pad. I did bring my Nemo tensor, and I should have blown that up yesterday.
this just destroyed my back, and my hips as well. So I would recommend putting some type of a blow up pad on there, just because it destroyed me. So, and that has nothing to do with Nature Hike. I'm sure they're all that way. The only thing I had a concern with is when I ordered this from Nature Hike, there was no updates, nothing from a shipping perspective. And in fact, all the way until I received it, the tracking number showed that it had not been shipped yet. And I almost canceled my order and almost reached out to Nature Hike because I hadn't heard anything about it, and it had been like a month or two. And it might have been just because it was, before Christmas. Who knows? But I was not happy with the shipping either. So the other item I have, you guys are gonna probably get a chuckle about this, is everybody knows about U-Haul. Well, these wool blankets here that they use, you can buy them. You actually buy them from U-Haul and use them to do moving and stuff like that. I have like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. And so I brought them with me to layer the floor with those blankets. Number one, it kept an insulation layer off of the ground, and I can actually be here in my sock feet, and my feet are still warm. And number two, it just helped, to me, it helped protect the floor liner from the table legs, the cot legs, and anything else I set on here. If you guys have access to any wool blankets and you're doing hot tenting or any regular tenting and you want to protect it, these things worked great. Highly recommend it. So not sure if you guys remember the pile of wood I had, and I stuffed this thing like crazy. I still have a pretty good pile of wood left over to finish up here. I'm just going to transfer that back into my truck so that I have it for next time. Oh, the other item I wanted to show you guys is this. This is the fan that I bought, and it's just a heat fan. It sits on there, and when the heat hits it, it generates electricity, which in turn turns the fan, and it works great. It works absolutely great. It circulated the air through here nicely. Like I said, it was about 38 bucks on Amazon, and you just head it on there, and I always put it right in front of the stovepipe. This way it was blowing the heat off of the stovepipe over onto me, and as you can see, the top is still pretty hot. So yeah. What's up, everybody? So I kind of did a sort of a closer there while I was in the tent, and I decided I wasn't going to make any breakfast. I wanted to cool that stove down and then get torn down because there was a little bit of weather coming in. And as you can see, I'm on the road. I have my phone mounted here. So apologize if I'm not looking at the camera the whole time. I do want to pay attention to the road. But anyways, yeah, I got out, got my stuff all cleaned up, got it all into the truck, and picked out a couple of other sites that I'd like to go camping on, right on the river. I wasn't sure if there were any big enough for my tent. And there was actually one other hot tent there, but it looked like a big A-frame white canvas tent, to be honest with you. It looked pretty cool. Anyways, I wanted to thank everybody again for sticking around this long. If you have, I appreciate it. Go check out Pomoly's site. It's pomoly.com. They have some really cool hot tents and some hot tent stoves. I'm hoping to get another stove without the oven on it. This one's pretty heavy. It's like 30 or 33 pounds. So I'd like to get another stove big enough to heat that tent, but I'm looking at maybe one of their titanium stoves. So anyways, check them out.
they've been very responsive through my my dealings with them. I did purchase that tent and I did purchase that stove. I did reach out and see if they wanted to do a collab. They politely told me my channel wasn't big enough, which I get. It's cool. It's no big deal. So anyways, heading home now. I got the task of unloading all this and spreading the tent out and getting it dried out. So yeah, thanks again. Take care. And since you was outside, go have some fun. Enjoy each other. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.